let them think on that for a while.
But Dave, do you know whether we spend like millions and millions of dollars to operate the IRS and then they pocket the money?
If we do, it's misuse of public funds.
Yeah.
Because there's no OMB number. Any government agency is assigned an OMB number. Department of Treasury can't provide it. IRS can't provide it. Congress can't provide it. Supreme Court can't provide it in affidavit. I asked for it in affidavit, folks, and I didn't get it. Okay? This letter to Mr. Voinovich is dated August the 3rd, 2009. And today is the 30th of August. Being a corporation, the corporation must answer you within 72 hours. And Mr. Voinovich is now 27 days into this and not one response. Same with Mr. Brown, Mr. Jordan. You see, I have their fax numbers, so I fax these documents to them. I know the day they get them. I don't screw around with the U.S. Postal Service anymore and their priority mailings, because I want to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I use priority mailing, paid for an overnight delivery from my home to Canada. Overnight, I paid $27 for that document to get overnighted. It took 30 days to get there. Okay? So explain to me how the U.S. Postal Service is charging me $27 plus for an overnight delivery on a package that they never got there in 30 days, and their normal delivery time on a package, priority mail, is 21 days.
I thought they were quicker than that.
Do you think that is, let's see, what would be the term? Breach of contract, don't you think? There'll be a lawsuit between me and the U.S. Postal Service over this. Okay, and it's not the first time. They've lost mail for me now 3 times this year alone. They have failed to deliver 3 priority packages to their intended receiver.
Totally failed?
Yeah.
They just disappeared?
Just disappeared.
Or at least the receiver said they didn't get them.
Yeah. Well, when they're signed receipt requested and they don't come back. Sorry about that. Okay. I think basically I've covered enough information on this to give you the idea of the kind of idiots we have in Congress, the incompetent people who are there. And by the way, this letter was also faxed or sent certified mail to the Internal Revenue Service, ACS Support, Kansas City, Missouri, certified mail 7007 0710 0001 7711 624. So they don't answer the mail. If you're off, here's a letter I wrote December the 7th, 2007, to the Office of Budget and Management. To whom it may concern, in previous letters I have requested one single number for all citizens of the United States to use, whereby we are recognized as the only constitutionally established government of this nation. One OMB number. I have also sent 2 Congress, Department of Justice, relating to this issue. And you people refuse to provide me one number.
Why would we want one number to describe us?
Because that gives us lawful jurisdiction as a government entity.
Because all government entities have a number?
Supposed to be. So, my question is this, ladies and gentlemen. Our Constitution established we the people as the government of this country. Why are we not entitled to one number for all of us to use when we're confronting our government employees, which are the executive, legislative, and judicial branches of government? This number ought to be 00001, because you and I are the government. And our employees currently are screwing us to death.
Big time. We got
they are fiduciary trustees, and we are the beneficiaries. And let's understand something. The government of this nation was created for our benefit, not theirs. They have completely turned this around and are screwing us out of our lawful rights. So let's understand where we're coming from.
You got about 2 minutes. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I was wanting to just touch on the, you were saying how we signed on to the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights, which I believe the UN is a tool of the banksters, but they did agree to take care of us, which they're not.
The Declaration on Human Rights is in the back of Black's Law Dictionary. Okay, I want to read you one of the agreements between the United States and the UN relating to the Declaration on Human Rights. Article 25. In the economic times we are in today, ladies and gentlemen, this is what the agreement on the Universal Declaration on Human Rights out of the UN established December 1945. Everyone, Article 25(1), everyone has the right to a standard of living adequate for the health and well-being of himself and of his family, including food, clothing, housing, and medical care, and necessary social services, and the right to security in the event of unemployment, sickness, disability, widowhood, old age, or other lack of livelihood in circumstances beyond his control. Understand what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone is entitled to a standard of living.
But doesn't that connote that Big Sister's going to take care of us and Big Brother's going to tell us what to do?
No. It says we are entitled to a standard of living adequate.
I understand that, but I'm getting to the underlying thing of if the government's big enough to do everything for you, it's big enough to take everything from you.
That may be, but if you don't have it, how are they going to take it away from you? They have to, according to this document that they signed, they have to provide you with a living wage, not a minimum wage, a living wage. So if the average living costs are $20 an hour, that's what they got to supply you, because that's what they agreed to here. Why are we losing our homes? Because the government of the United States is not living up to this. I have already written to President Obama telling him he's in violation of this law, as well as Congress.
And they're not even letting us make it on our own. They're tricking us out of everything we got.
Had the Congress of the United States and the President of the United States done their lawful job, as according to this agreement, that bailout money would have been going to the citizens of the United States to secure their mortgages, keep their cars, pay their electric bills, provide for the health and welfare of their families through insurance. Our government sat on its butt and allowed millions of people to go bankrupt.
And they invented the whole crisis.